Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. The Program, a documentary by James Fox, who did, I don't know why I'm forgetting the second of his movies. One was Moment of Contact, and I'm forgetting the title of the other one, but I'm sure they'll put it up in here anyway. But, anyways, as I did, my first reaction today was for the Manhattan alien abduction, as I said in there. I've been very interested in the paranormal in general, but especially, the realm of UFOs, now called UAPs, for a long time, and well, since I was a kid. If anyone, I want it to be abducted, not to have all the weird supposed experiences happen, but or to at least be able to see a UFO, but never happened in my life. So, and like I said, definitely don't want the abduction issues. Um, but it's something I do hold very dear, and I have always been very interested in. And like I said, I've seen James Fox's documentaries, and I thought they were interesting. Um, and of course, they're talked to about by a number of people in the field. One of which now, more recently, Christian Harloff, who YouTuber, more like pop culture and whatnot. But he has a channel now called Down to Earth. It's had various different guests on and everything, and so I've been interested in seeing him get into it. And he's mentioned this documentary coming out a while ago, like I said, amongst others, and we have a trailer for it. So let's check out the trailer for the program, which I believe it's going to be talking more about the pursuit now for disclosure. Okay, sorry about that phone call that I didn't really that didn't take anyways. But yeah, for disclosure, and for those of you who may be watching that don't happen to know, again, in a nutshell, the UFO, now UAP phenomena, has been around for decades. Well, literally hundreds of years. Again, as there are cave drawings, Renaissance paintings that have images of possible UFOs and everything. But especially in the last so many decades, and within the last couple years, a lot of renewed or more culturally accepted knowledge, in the sense of, there were videos released from the Pentagon by people like Louis Elizondo, others in the field like Jeremy Corbell, and George Knapp, and many others. That again, that the government has finally they have to, okay, these things are real. We don't know what they are. They want to say maybe they're adversaries or this or that, but these things are real. We don't know what they are. They can do things that we can't do, obviously. So there have actually been public hearings, especially after David Grush, who was a former intelligence officer, came out basically because he had a complaint that he found evidence of these programs that have been going on for years, and trying to bring them to light for congressional oversight. So there was a hearing actually about it, and we haven't really gotten much else since then. I believe there's supposed to be a hearing, whether it just happened or very soon, by a senator named Gillibrand, who's been kind of part of all this, which a lot of people aren't expecting much from. But another hearing, possibly congressional hearing. You can look these things up. I mean, it's been on YouTube and other things. Actual congressional hearing, people under oath, fighter pilots who have seen these things, who have been part of this. Of course, David Grush, who brought this up, and this complaint, because seeing things that he thought basically the American public have been lied to, and the world in general, for a long time, and wanting to get it out there, and that there's supposed to be another one coming, maybe in November, whatever. But anyways, so something very few people know about. I mean, where even the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and Mike Rounds, I think it is, have tried to, and others since then, have tried to pass a bill in Congress for more transparency about this. So it is a very real issue. It's not a bunch of crazy people, oh, see something in the sky, yada, yada, yada. I've rambled on. I believe that's what this documentary is supposed to be about. So let's go ahead and take a look at the program.
In 2017, the New York Times published
Yeah.
a story exposing a secret government program investigating UFOs.
That story was kind of a catalyst for a lot of things that have happened since. Members of Congress started to ask questions.
Instruments report there is something there.
There are flight characteristics that we can't explain.
UAPs are unexplained. It's true. They need to be investigated.
Here we are having a hearing where just a few years ago, we
As
didn't
I
even
spoke
acknowledge
about.
that these things were real.
Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
You're telling me people have come forward claiming firsthand knowledge of craft of non-human origin?
That's correct. We have sources who have asserted not only that there have been crashes, but there have been crash retrievals.
Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they human or non-human?
Non-human.
I'm sitting here today because the American people are being lied to.
We are the American government, and we are open, and we're going to be open about this.
What has been revealed:
non-human intelligence exists. Non-human intelligence has been interacting with humanity.
Is only part of the story.
The pressure's on. The Pentagon, the CIA are going to have to answer the mail.
Some are risking everything.
Have you had incidences that have caused you to be in fear for your life?
Yes, personally.
To uncover the rest.
What is being done to verify the assertion that the U.S. government has spaceships of non-human intelligence in their possession?
That kind of revelation unearths people's beliefs.
I would go to jail to say things that I've been exposed to in the program.
Okay, so no dates. I don't believe I saw a date. Hold on. Okay, well, it's just a first trailer to get it out there, to make something else. And you know, this is something that I do hope that more people, especially people like me who do like a good documentary, even if it's something that they may not have known beforehand, but do like documentaries in general, so might be interested in, of course, those that are interested in UFOs, UAPs, and whatnot. But just in general, that it may get more exposure, so that it is something that a lot of the public cries out for. You know, again, we're going through an election cycle, and there's all this BS back and forth, slamming, slandering, and whatnot. But you know, as I say, as I mentioned, Christian Harloff before, who, you know, again, a channel that I love watching, amongst others, have been like, why is this not something more people know about? That's like, again, potentially one of the biggest stories in our existence. That, you know, again, these crafts are real. We don't know what they are. They're non-human. What are they? You know, which of course then the larger questions of, are we alone? Which again, I mean, personally, I think it's stupid and conceited to think that in this vast universe there's any way that we are the only intelligent life period. Obviously there's life out there, you know, but to think that we're even the only intelligent life is moronic, in my opinion. So I hope this is something that brings it up to more people, where there is more of an interest. And, you know, these secrets that have been held for decades and decades may come to life. Now, of course, there will be many ramifications to that, legally speaking. You know, of course, there's the excuse that many have given for why they may not want to disclose this, as far as religious reasons, and there might be some people that have issues with that, reconciling that to their worldview. But I think overall, most people can adapt to that. So yeah, I do hope that this is something that gets some good promotion, and that somehow people, even if they don't specifically see this, that again, as you see all these members of Congress talking, that they'll be like, oh, okay, wait, what? You know, And like I said, as of right now, one of the people that have been a big part of this for a long time, Lou Elizondo, recently came out with a book called Imminent, which at some point, I'm sure it'll be a good read I want to do. But like I said, I've got 15, 20 books on my shelf right now that I haven't read. I'm behind. But, he's been making the circuits on a lot of talk shows and whatnot. And I hope that others after this, along with hopefully this next hearing whenever it comes, will put it more out there in the zeitgeist and expose more people to it. So, anyways, that is my little rant, my reaction, and my thoughts to the trailer for the program. As always, feel free to share, subscribe. Hope you give me a like if you like my content. Feel free to hit that notification button if you have subscribed. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, hey, why not? It's free, And as always, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the trailer for the program in the comments, if you will. I would love to hear, those, if they've been aware of kind of what's going on and your thoughts on this and what you would like to see happen in general. If you have never really heard of this other than just general alien abduction, yada, 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 people see UFO things, what are your thoughts on this now, seeing again all this footage from people in Congress, that there was a hearing about this that I guess you may not have known about. Would definitely love to hear from any of you. And just as always, thanks for watching and your support.